Hi guys, for those of you who are new here, my name is Mariah Sanchez. I'm a licensed esthetician and licensed instructor. I am so excited about today's topic because I happen to know a thing or two about social media. It is how I was able to build my own brand and own personal brand as well. And I wanted to share with you guys the power of social media for solo estheticians in particular. I feel like social media is so undervalued. There's so much that can come from social media. And I think what stops us, or what stops a lot of estheticians, is just, how do I use it? I don't know how to create content. I don't know what platform I should be on. All of these things stop us from actually creating the content and actually using it to its best ability. But hopefully by the end of today's webinar, you will feel a little bit differently and have a better, guide to how to get started and how to start showing up on social media to reach more people, to get more clients in, and just to build your own brand. Let's talk about today's agenda. So we are going to talk about the benefits of using social media. We're going to talk about choosing the right social media platform, crafting your spa-focused social media strategy, content creation, and then we're going to talk about how to grow and expand your online community as well. Some of the key advantages of using social media are: number one, increased brand visibility. We're also going to enhance our customer engagement and then building brand loyalty. All of these things are so important. Obviously, number one, reaching more people, getting our face, our business, our brand in front of more people, but also enhanced customer engagement. So the clients and people that are currently seeing us need to be nurtured, and we can nurture them through our content as well. And then building brand loyalty, that is how we are going to, kind of put our staple in the industry, show our clients and customers who we are, what we stand for, what we do, what services we offer, what we're about, and then just create that loyalty client base. It's going to help to, get more clients through the door and help more people to, become aware of our brand and everything that we're doing. So let's break each of these down individually. So increased brand visibility. So increasing the brand is going to be expanding your reach to a wider audience. Again, we have so much reach, and social media allows us to reach millions of people every single day through our content. Now, obviously, not every video, it's not about just getting the most views, but we have access through this free platform to reach so many people. We can expand to a wider audience versus if you're just promoting your businesses in person or word of mouth marketing. These are all great ways to market yourself, but social media in particular is the quickest way to get your name out there to a wide variety of people. Also, leveraging social media to attract potential customers. We can only reach a certain amount of customers through, being in our spa all day and reaching, foot traffic, or telling our friends to come in and reaching out via email to our current clients. And that's a great way to get new clients in. But how do we leverage social media? We need to attract new potential clients. We need to speak to them directly and see what we can do to target specific clients so we can get new potential people in. Also, raising awareness of your offerings, promotions, and special events. So using social media to showcase what you have to offer. Are you running specials? Are you running promotions? Are you doing an event? Any of these things, being able to use social media is going to help get your brand out there when it comes to offering promotions and special events. Also, enhanced customer engagement. We want to engage our customers. We want to keep them informed and make sure that they feel a part of everything that we're doing. I feel like this is so important and so overlooked, especially for solo estheticians. Next is going to be enhanced customer engagement. So establishing a direct line of communication with your clientele. Now, a lot of us have, a booking site where our clients are connecting with us, but having social media is just a whole other platform and way and direct line of communication between your clientele that's separate from just booking an appointment with you. They're actually able to, respond to respond to videos that you're posting, or message you in your stories, send you a DM on certain content that you're posting. So it just creates a whole new line of communication, which again is going to help that customer engagement when they're not even in the room with you, when they're outside as well. And then encouraging two-way interactions, feedbacks, and reviews. So encouraging you to, talk to your clients. Maybe you follow some of your clients on social media, having those two-way interactions where you're commenting on their stuff or liking their stuff. They're maybe giving you feedback, reviews. All of these are just great ways that social media helps to enhance the customer engagement. Also, providing timely responses to inquiries and concerns using social media to the best of your ability by responding to people quickly. And if they have concerns about, anything, or if they have questions about stuff, when you start to engage clients and potential clients, it's really important that you're responding to them quickly, and having these social media accounts can allow you to do that very, very effectively. Also, building brand loyalty. So nurturing your long-term relationships with your customers. It's so important to nurture them. And as you show up and showing up every single day on your social medias, you're nurturing, you're helping, you're giving content, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit. And by doing that, you're going to help build those relationships which is ultimately how you're going to grow the business. Also, showcasing your spa's unique personality, values, and culture, so they can kind of get a feel through your content, through social media, what type of esthetician you are, what type of services you offer, what do you stand for, what's your style, what's your theme, what can they expect, how can they feel when they come to see you for treatments. All of this is how we showcase. We can use social media to really showcase that. And then also rewarding your loyal customers with exclusive promotions and content. Having social media is a great way to, reward them, give them exclusive promotions, different things just for following you, just for being an engaged follower. You can do that through social media as well. So now that we've talked about the benefits of social media and we know how amazing it is, now we need to decide, okay, which one should I choose? So choosing the right social media platform is probably one of the hardest parts for a lot of estheticians that I come in contact with, because they're like, well, do I show up on every platform? Do I choose one? Do I have to have two? Do I have to post all the time? Like, how does that work? And so the question I get asked a lot is, where should I be most active? Or the question that I would ask you is, where should I be most active at? And here is the answer. When you are trying to decide which platform to choose, think about the following things. Number one, understand your audience. So you need to determine and define your audience. Understand who your ideal client is, along with the demographics, interests, and online behavior. So who is it? The demographics, the age, the gender, location, income level, education, etc. What are their interests? What are things that they enjoy? Where do they hang out? Where do they spend a lot of their time? I know it sounds like a lot of work, but by really niching down your audience, or even to your ideal clientele or type of clientele, this is going to help you speak to them directly. And then all of the content that you're creating is going to be targeting them specifically, and it's going to be way more niche, and they're going to feel way, better about you speaking to them directly. And it's really going to help if you start by just understanding your audience. Also, what problems are they looking to solve through your services? Thinking about that, are you specializing in acne? Are you specializing in anti-aging? Are you specializing in teen skin? Like, what types of services? Maybe it's not even facials, maybe it's waxing, maybe it's laser. Whatever it is, have an idea in your head of just 1 to 3 main niche services, and then you can really decide what problems you're looking to solve. And then their behavior, how do they use social media? What platforms do they prefer? So based on the age, so for instance, your younger clients, they're probably going to be on TikTok, they're going to be on Pinterest, they're going to be, on Instagram. And then the older clients are probably going to be looking at Google for reviews, or looking at Facebook for these things. So we need to think and put into play who the target audience is. And then that's one way that we can determine what platform to show up on. Also, niching down. Niching down is very important. I talk about this a lot because this is something that really, really helped me when I was trying to grow my social media. I was all over the place. I had no idea who I was speaking to. I was kind of talking to like 15,000 people at once. And I didn't have a direct niche. And when I niched down, that helped so much. I knew exactly who I was talking to. So niche down to the social media platform that works best for you. So if you are someone who is more visual, if you offer visually appealing services, platforms like Instagram or Pinterest may be best for you. This is really great for someone who does not like to be in front of the camera, because I know a lot of estheticians who are like, I don't feel comfortable putting my face out here. I totally get it. Maybe look at Instagram or Pinterest for your photos of maybe your space, or maybe of facial or treatments. You don't have to necessarily be in the social media, like videos, and maybe if you're not into all of the other things, but you could take really good pictures and you don't feel you feel comfortable just taking pictures, definitely look at Pinterest and Instagram. If your spa relies on local clientele, which is a lot of us, platforms like Facebook and Google My Business can be critical for local engagement. So again, we're trying to attract local clients. So by having platforms like Facebook, a lot of clients are on Facebook. It could be Facebook groups. Maybe you go into groups and you search, people looking for facials or certain things. And then also Google My Business is really important because you want to start building your reviews. So the more reviews you have on your Google page, the more people are going to see that. Google's going to kind of push your business. And so that will bring more people to you as well. So using these platforms is important depending on the type of client as well. And then also for spas that can create engaging video content, consider Instagram, TikTok. Get your face in front of the camera as much as you can. If you are someone like me who enjoys being in front of the camera and it comes naturally to you, although it didn't always come natural, I feel like this is something that I have definitely had to practice and build over time. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you become. But definitely utilizing TikTok, utilizing Instagram are going to be the best two sources for you as far as like deciding which platform to choose. I also just want to remind you and let you know that consistency is key. So when you're trying to decide what platform to choose, remember, ask yourself, where can I show up every single day? Which platform, if I could only choose one based on my clientele, based on the client that I'm speaking to, where is she at, my ideal client, and where is like one platform that I can consistently show up to? If you could even just start there, that is like perfect. That's all you need to do to just get started. Consistency is key. So commit yourself to maybe one day or once a day posting, or maybe it's just to your stories, or maybe it's three reels a week, or whatever it is. Just be consistent, try and be consistent, and decide which platform you're going to be able to show up on every single day. Okay, now we need to talk about how to create the social media strategy. So we start at the basics. Why is social media important? Now we know, okay, which one should I choose? We have an idea of which one you should be choosing. And now we need to talk about how do we create that strategy? We hear the word strategy all the time, but how do we actually create the strategy? So let's jump right in. We need to start with defining a specific objective. So why are you putting in the time to social media? We need to have an objective. We need to have goals. We need to have reasons why, and have like exact reasons or like things that we're working for, whether it be clients, maybe it's growing your spa to, bring in new clientele, maybe it's grow your followers, whatever that looks like. You need to define the specific objective. So it's important to have clear, specific goals for your spa social media efforts, such as increasing brand awareness, attracting new clients, or promoting special offers to your current clients. I also encourage you guys right now to write down some objectives that you have. So maybe it's growing your audience, maybe it's getting new clients in this month, maybe it's reaching or promoting a new service that you're launching. Whatever it is, write it down and have specific goals that you are going to start working on, and use social media to help you get there. This brings me into SMART goals. If you've ever heard of this, this is such a great way when we're trying to work on our goals or create goals. They need to be what's called SMART goals. So number one, specific. So SMART, SMART, they abbreviated for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So specific goals are clear and well defined, and they answer the question what, why, and how. So very important that your goals that you wrote down from the last segment that I just said, they need to answer what, why, and how. Measurable goals allow you to track your progress and determine when you've achieved them. So for instance, if you wanted to get 5 new clients in the course of a month, how do you track that? Make sure you're keeping track of new clients that are coming in. And you're going to make sure that you're keeping up on that. If it's gaining new followers, how are you going to track that? They need to be measurable. You need to be able to measure that you're actually doing it. Also achievable. So achievable goals should be realistic and attainable. They should challenge you, but they still need to be possible. So set goals that are obviously realistic, but we want to, be challenged as well so that we can grow. And then also having having our goals be time oriented is very, very important. So time bound goals have a specific time frame for completion, and they create a sense of urgency and accountability. I have found this to be true every single time. When you're setting a goal, have a plan of, okay, I want this done by this time. It helps you just really stay accountable, and it creates that sense of urgency of like, okay, I need to get this done. I'm going to have this done by this time. Okay, now that we've set our goals, we have a strategy, we have an idea of, how we're going to utilize social media to attract our dream clients or attract our, get ourselves out there and grow our business. Now we need the most important part, the content creation. What types of content are we going to create and put out there so that our clients or potential clients can get to know us and, obviously see what we're about, and we can start getting them to become engaged. So content creation. We need to identify spa focused content. So make sure, obviously, that we're creating content that resonates with the ideal client. So going back to what I said in the beginning of the webinar, who is your ideal client? What are some things, if you are niche, like for instance, if you're acne, if you're specializing in acne, or if you're specializing in laser treatments, whoever you're speaking to, make sure that your content is focused around your ideal client and what you have to offer. So I gave you some ideas like skincare tips, skincare routines, relaxation techniques, or other services you offer. These are just options. I basically do this in pillars. So you have 3 main content pillars, and these pillars are going to be the foundation of all of the content that you create. And I gave you guys this as an example so you could kind of fill it in yourself. You can literally just make a box on your paper, make 3 boxes, and in each of those boxes, I want you to determine what types of content are you going to create. So my pillar for me personally, number 1 is education. Let's say I really like education, so I'm educating. Number 2 is organization. And then number 3 is inspirational. These are 3 different pillars or topics that I create through my content. And by doing that, it keeps me focused and it keeps me speaking to my ideal clients. Everything that I'm doing is wrapped around those 3 pillars, and those 3 pillars are the foundation of all of my content. So when you have that and you write down your 3 pillars, next you're going to easily be able to create a content calendar. So when you create your content calendar, this is going to help you maintain a consistent posting schedule and ensure variety in your content. When you go back to those pillars, and I'm actually going to go back here. So you have your 1, 2, and 3 pillar. Now you are going to, in order to create, let's say you want to create 30 days of content like I have right here, you are going to write out 30 topics. So let's say you want 30 days of content, 30 topics. And then for each of those topics, you're going to write down bullet points. And I usually do 3. So I do topic, all my topics first. And I literally just like brain dump all of my ideas, all of them out, and I have 30 topics. Under those topics, I have subcategories. So I'll have 3 bullet points under each one. And then I'll go back through and I'll do, okay, here's the bullet points for this topic. Here's the bullet points for this one, all the way through 30. Honestly, this does not take longer than an hour. And an hour is actually it actually should only take about 30 minutes. But if you're just starting to do this, it could take up to an hour. But you have 1 hour of time poured in for 30 days of content. Then it's just simply creating that content, whether it be pictures, it could be charts, videos, however you want to show up and do your content. But that is literally how I create these content for 30 days. And all of those videos, I am alternating through those pillars that I showed you. So I'm alternating through all 3. So the first video, we're doing an educational. The next one, we're doing organizational. The third one, we are doing inspirational. And then the next one, we're going back up to educational, and then all the way alternating through all of my pillars. And so that is honestly like the most simple way. And even though it doesn't sound too simple how I'm saying it, it is the most simple way to create your content and have an outline for you so that you're not running out of ideas. Gives you time to plan and have an idea of the type of content that you want to create as well. So I encourage you guys to do this today. Write out your content calendar, your 30 days of content, and you guys should definitely tag me in your stories. Tag me and let me know that you are planning out your content. Okay, now we have a content planner. We know what we're going to post. We have an idea of what we're going to post. Now that we are doing that, and I just want to share with you guys that by posting consistently and all the things that I've talked about up until this point, all of that is how we are going to get our name and brand and everything out there. That's going to bring brand awareness. Now not only do we need to, create brand awareness, but we need to culture. Oh my goodness. We need to cultivate our current clients and our current audience. As they're coming in, we need to cultivate them. So we're working on getting them in through our content and our videos and everything, but now we need to keep them. So in order to do that, there are two main things when it comes to building and expanding your online community. So number one is audience growth, which I just talked about. How do we grow the audience? We post consistently, we're showing up, we're targeting our certain client, whatever. And the second piece is engagement building, which is the most important. So audience growth signifies the primary focus on everything that we've just covered, which is going to expand your online community and increase the number of followers, which could eventually turn into potential clients. Or maybe your audience grows if you're not, if you don't know a whole lot about social media at this moment and you're just promoting through like in person, like in your salon or spa, this is a new way for you to, promote. Social media might be new to you, but it is going to help you increase the amount of followers, and those followers can eventually turn into potential customers. The second piece and most vital piece is engagement building. So once you attract them in, we need to nurture them. So you need to create deep, meaningful connections with the audience rather than superficial interaction. So it's not just like, okay, hi, welcome, this is what I do, this is my facial, but really pull them in, engage them, and sharing with them the types of services that you offer. How does it feel? How can they feel when they're coming in to get that experience? And then also discussions and relationships. So including your audience in what you're doing, make them feel seen and make them feel valued. This is how you're going to, build the engagement with your audience. And then also I put together some content strategies. So these are some of the things for you guys. I just give you some tips. These are things that have actually worked for me, things that I have done on my social media accounts that have helped with the engagement: interactive quizzes, polls and surveys, interactive sessions, client testimonials and success stories, contests and giveaways, and how-to guides and tutorials. These are all things that I've done for my current clients that have really helped with the engagement. And then when they're not in with me for a facial, but they're on my social media and they're, interacting with me there, it's just really the cycle of building that relationship, which essentially leads to client retention and how we get word of mouth referrals and how we actually grow the business. So I know that this was a lot of information, but I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned a lot from this. If you are new to social media or maybe feeling stuck, I hope you feel a little more unstuck now and have some new creative ways that you can promote yourself on social media and your business. You can get new clients in. Thank you so much for joining this webinar. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I am on Instagram at Mariah Esty. I'm also my email is projectesty@gmail.com. You can email me with any questions as well. I also am thankful to be a ambassador for Zemit. So if you would like to use my discount code Mariah, the code is just Mariah. You can use my code and receive a discount on any of the aesthetic devices as well. Okay, you guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next webinar.